Well, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to install a package, how to load a package, and then finally check to see if a package has already been loaded or not. But before we do this, let's take a little bit of time to explain what a package is. So if I click on packages, you'll see that in my user library I already have a number of packages already installed. And if I scroll down, we'll see that there's a system library. So you can consider this kind of the base set of packages that R uses to organize the base set of functions, like if you're going to find a mean or you're going to create a scatter plot and so forth. But sometimes there are functions which are not a part of this base package that we would like to use. And that's what these additional packages up here are for. And this just makes up my user library. Now let's say that I wanted to download the dplyr package, which contains functions that allow us to more easily manipulate data and manage data. So if I wanted to install this package, just simply click install, and using CRAN repository, which is a common place where people share these packages, I can begin to type in the package name. And you'll see that a list will start to come up. There's dplyr. And usually you want to leave install dependencies checked, because this is going to install the other packages which are necessary to be able to use the full functionality of this package. So if I click install, sometimes it can take a little while, sometimes it can happen in just a second or so. And it'll let me know where the package information has been downloaded to. This will be set up by usually a default, unless you change this to another location. Now notice that whenever I clicked on install, that all it did really was just run this line. Let me copy and paste this up above. So notice that the function which was called was install.packages, and then inside these parentheses was dplyr, which itself is inside these quotation marks. So rather than just clicking on install, if you're just using the R interface by itself and not RStudio, you would maybe want to put this in as part of your code so that the package is installed first, because that's necessary before you actually load the package. So the series of steps here is that you have to install the package and then load it so that you can actually use it. Now, once we've installed the package, we should see that it would appear over here in my user library. And if I scroll down, indeed now we see that dplyr is here. Now to load it, you could simply click on the little box and we'll see that it is loaded. Now what has taken place here is that the library function has been called. So what we could do is just simply say library and said dplyr. And if I uncheck this, it would detach or unload it. But if I run this line, it would reload it. So once you install a package, you don't have to install it again on your machine, because all of those functions, all of the code has been saved to a folder. However, each time that you want to use one of the functions in that package, you have to load the package. One useful thing is to use the code dot packages inside a set of parentheses, and if you run this, it will give you a list of the current packages which are loaded. This ends this video on installing and loading and checking to see if a package has been loaded. We hope you found this useful. Happy coding.